Coach. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Rams. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, tonight. 180. I got it.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down right around the 37. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down.
You got Ocean Man. You got Ocean Man right there. 55's my guy, 55.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Take 3. 218, chopper.
Back to throw, Goff. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards there, first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Check it back.
Goff now looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there. I think those numbers are going to increase.
Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And his kick is indeed good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Break. 52, right 52. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Switch it. Fine.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, You've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Give me some. Here we go.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On 1st down, Richard. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tony Pollard with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On 2nd down, Williams. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Quickly from Goff to Cup. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Topper! Watch the slant, watch the slant. Motion. 55's Mike, guys.
On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
So don't say nothing.
A shotgun snap for gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Stay with your man. Hey, kill. Mike, 55. Hey, wahoo. I got you.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They'll run on 1st down. Richard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Goff. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
14.
Now gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up.
I'm plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll rifle this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now here's Pollard, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tony Pollard, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Clelin Ferrell, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So on the heels of the sack, they knock him backwards in the running game.
So now it's up to the offense coordinator talking directly into the helmet of his quarterback to instill a little bit of confidence here. Call the play with authority, call with confidence, and let him know this one is the winner.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
3rd and long, it's gone. He'll rifle this one deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. The tackle there by John Johnson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
He's checking.
Here's Pollard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you, Tom.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run with Pollard. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tony Pollard, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
11. Hey, Alpha.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Darryl Worley. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Pollard. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
third down. Richard. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch the screen. 12.
Now it's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Cleveland Farrell in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. And Wilson has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Motion. Two. It's a party now. Bravo. All right.
Goff. That'll be caught by Cobb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
180. I'm coming for you, man.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Sets up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Cleveland Farrell in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. On second down, Boswell. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it. Nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Fielded just inside the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A 71-yard punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Gone. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Goff now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On third down, they go with Adams. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw is gone. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Goff now looking to throw. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Mullins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Goff on 1st down. His pass caught at the 4. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Bang! Bang! Shell! Shell!
To the air again. Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's 3rd and short. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball! Give me that ball, defense!
Mike, 55.
5. 5.
Throwing again is gone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Hey, check right, check right!
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Orbit! Let's get that ball! Hey, Mike 52! Mike 52!
Drop deep, drop deep.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
so for Oakland, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for LA, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire
up is magic. With the game, we fall out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle.